Hit that subscribe button, guys, if you're new to this channel. Thumbs the video up if you enjoyed this video. So, this April 13th, Anthony Joshua is looking for two available opponents. And those two available opponents happen to be Luis Ortiz and Dillian Whyte. Because we could forget about Deontay Wilder fighting in that card. So just let's get him out of our heads and acting like he could get this fight with Anthony Joshua, because it's not going to happen. We already know he's already avoiding Mr. Joshua, right? So we got to think about the other opponents. My question to you guys is, who do you guys think deserve a shot over Anthony Joshua? Dillian Whyte or Luis King Kong Ortiz? Please let me know in the comment section below of this video. Now, when it comes to me, I'm all about, I believe that a fighter should earn the right to face a world champion. I don't think a fighter should fight bums and then just get a title shot. If I'm comparing Dillian Whyte's last two fights against Luis Ortiz's last two fights, it's pretty obvious that Dillian Whyte is the guy who's been facing the legit contenders in the heavyweight division. Luis Ortiz's last two fights were against Travis Kaufman, a bum, and Razvan Kajano, a sparring partner. Dillian Whyte's last two fights were against Derek Chisora, a gatekeeper, and Joseph Parker, a former WBO heavyweight champion of the world. Which are better fights, or which are better opponents? Joseph Parker, Derek Chisora, or Kajano and Travis Kaufman? Unless you're deluded, you will be picking Parker and Chisora as the better opponents, right? Luis Ortiz already had his title opportunity. Luis Ortiz, less than a year ago, fought Deontay Wilder. Put on a great performance. I thought he was beating Deontay Wilder, but he came up short. He ended up getting knocked out. He got knocked out. The fight was over. Since then, he hasn't put in the work. In boxing, if you lose, you got to go back to the back of the line, and you have to put in the work again to earn a title shot. Luis Ortiz lost against Deontay Wilder, fought two bums. 4 years ago, Dillian Whyte fought Anthony Joshua when Anthony Joshua wasn't a champion, and he lost to him. Well, since then, he hasn't lost a single fight. He's been fighting for 3.5 years, and he's been looking better and better. That's why I keep saying Dillian Whyte looks like one of Anthony Joshua's best wins, because of how he's been just consistently winning and winning and winning. So Dillian Whyte is making Anthony Joshua look better as a fighter when it comes to like having him in his resume, just because of how good Dillian Whyte has just been continuously winning. He's been getting spectacular knockouts. I mean, last year he got a bunch of knockouts. Last year he got, a really great knockout highlight wheel with Derek Chisora, and he put Lucas Brown into a coma. So I think when it comes to quality and just how long he's been basically earning to face for a world title shot, I think it's obvious that Dillian Whyte deserves a title shot over Luis Ortiz. This doesn't mean I would be terribly angry if Luis Ortiz ends up fighting Dillian Whyte, because like I said, I still think that's an interesting fight. I think Luis Ortiz versus anyone is an interesting fight. And like I said, when it comes to Ortiz, I just want him to be in a competitive fight. I'll start giving him more respect. I don't give fighters respect if they're fighting two back-to-back bums. I just don't do it. That's why I've been clowning Ortiz. But if Ortiz were to fight Anthony Joshua, even if he lost against Anthony Joshua, I would still give him respect, because I'll be like, all right, at least he fought Anthony Joshua. Same thing if he fought Dillian Whyte. If he fought Dillian Whyte, I'll be like, all right, he's fighting Dillian Whyte. I'll be excited. Those are fights I could get excited for. I can't get excited if I see Luis Ortiz versus Razvan Kajano. All that makes me feel like is, man, this is a shit fight. Foregone conclusions. But I can get excited for a Luis Ortiz versus Dillian Whyte fight, Luis Ortiz versus Anthony Joshua fight. Okay, so that's what I'm saying. I wouldn't necessarily be mad at it. I just don't feel that he deserves a shot at a world title, at a world champion over Dillian Whyte. I felt the same thing. I mean, I felt the same way, by the way, when it came to Mr. Tyson Fury. I made a video saying this was, absolutely ridiculous, and I was pissed off at the WBC for just allowing Deontay Wilder to defend his belts against Tyson Fury, because he just leapfrogged Dillian Whyte. Dillian Whyte had been fighting title eliminators after title eliminators to get himself in a position to face for Deontay Wilder's WBC championship of the world. And then here comes Tyson Fury, being inactive for 3 years, fights 2 bums, and just out of nowhere leapfrogs everything that Dillian Whyte did, and gets a title shot with Deontay Wilder. And that's why I said it just goes to show you how much of a punk Deontay Wilder was, because Deontay Wilder had the opportunity to give Dillian Whyte the title shots, right? Dillian Whyte kept calling him out, for months after months, and Deontay Wilder would say stuff like, why should I fight his black tire, referring to Dillian Whyte. He was saying that, why should I fight Eddie Hearn's black tire, calling Dillian Whyte a black tire and stuff like that. So in my opinion, I believed he ducked Dillian Whyte. He never gave him the opportunity, but he was willing to give Tyson Fury the opportunity. It just goes to show you he had more confidence in facing someone like Tyson Fury than Dillian Whyte. And it makes sense. Tyson Fury was coming off a massive layoff. He was fat. He didn't look the same. So in his mind, he was thinking, oh, this is going to be easier fight, so let me just cherry pick Tyson Fury. But it ended up backfiring on him, and he ended up looking like shit against Dillian Whyte. And he ended up looking like shit against Tyson Fury, and many people believed he got a gift decision, so it kind of backfired against him. But I personally believe he picked Tyson Fury over Dillian Whyte just because, like I said, he looked at it as an easier fight. But like I said, do I think that Dillian Whyte beats Anthony Joshua? No, I'm picking Anthony Joshua to beat him. But I just think when it comes to deserving, he does deserve it over, in my opinion, Luis Ortiz, just because he's been working for that world title opportunity for literally going on 4 years now. And like I said, the most important thing is the quality of opponents. He's been actually fighting quality opponents. Last year was a great year for Dillian Whyte. He fought 3 times? Lucas Brown, Joseph Parker, and Derek Chisora. He's been busy. These are guys that are known. These are not bums like Raz Van Kajano and Travis Kaufman. So hopefully he gets a shot. But like I said, I wouldn't be mad if Luis Ortiz got the shot. But that's the question. Do you guys think that, who do you guys think deserves a shot over Anthony Joshua, over AJ? Ortiz or Whyte? Let me know in the comment section below, and I'm out. Thanks for watching. Subscribe, guys.